So Rosanna by Toto is considered by a lot of people to be kind of the Mount Everest of grooves, okay? And it's one that, you can always practice it and it'll always make you a better drummer no matter how long you've been playing, okay? So, but anybody can start to do this groove, all right? First off, we're going to break it down, simplifying it. Our hands are just going to be going back to groove number 1. All right? And that's in order for us to kind of get the bass drum foundation laid and for us to basically get all these pieces in order before we start to add the shuffle feel and all that stuff, okay? So hands, super simple. Now, the bass drum, like I said, we're going to kind of flatten all this stuff out, right? So we can think of the bass drum in this beginning part as almost like a 3/4 thing. Okay? So that'd be hit together, hi-hat, kick, hi-hat. Okay, so we've got, and then we've got another bass drum hi-hat hitting together. All right. Now, again, we're going to add a shuffle to this, and we're going to make it sound a lot funkier. But just to get the basics down, okay, adding that snare back in, it'll be this. Okay, so now once you've got that down, we're going to add another bass drum after that, okay? Right, so we've got 4 kicks total. Right. Adding the snare back in. Right, and like I said, we're gonna make this thing a lot funkier, and we're gonna add this shuffle on the hi-hat. Okay, again, kind of flattening it out a little bit. We're not getting too crazy here, but just to lay the foundation. All right. Now, the next component to get with this groove is the left hand, okay? And this is maybe the trickiest part of this groove, but again, something that you can work on for your whole life, right? Even if you get it down during this lesson, you can always work on it and it'll always make you a better drummer, okay? So basically, the dynamic between the hi-hat and the snare is going to be this. Okay? Now, of course, we want to make sure and keep those dynamics, so those snares in between are going to be really quiet. And of course, we still need to keep that backbeat, right? So adding that backbeat along with all those little in-between snares. All right. Another element to this is getting your snare to bounce, right? Your stick to bounce on your snare to where you're kind of catching that non-accident note right after that rim shot. So once you got that going, adding the bass drum back in. Right, you've got that. And I actually added a little, an extra kick at the end, so. Right, just to, again, make it a little funkier. So having that in with those shuffles and the in-between snares. And that's it, okay? So have fun with that groove. Again, it's the Mount Everest of grooves, so if you don't get it down today, do not worry about it. We never really have it down because we can never play it like Jeff Porcaro, nor should we, but, again, we got to have goals, right? So have fun with this one. I'll see you in the next video.